their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the SVP TV network. SVP TV does not endorse or assume responsibility for statements made during this broadcast.
Towanna Murphy Show, that's what's up.
That's what's up. Towanna Murphy Show. That's what's up. Towanna Murphy Show.
And good evening and welcome to the Towanna Murphy Show right here on SVP TV, Comcast 17, and all of your digital outlets. Listen, you can download the Towanna Murphy Show on your Apple TVs, your smart TVs, your cell phones, your watches, your Android devices, wherever you want to download the Towanna Murphy Show at. You can download the Towanna Murphy Show, and I'm live every Monday night except next week. Next week, I'll go live on Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. Wednesday nights at 6 p.m. just next week, because Angel has to be out of town. So I have to go do the show on Wednesday. So I'm letting y'all know ahead of time that next week I won't be live Monday. I'll be live on Wednesday. And today I decided to dress down. I got my MSCS shirt on because it's hot outside. I'm telling y'all, it is hot. It's Willie Coochie, Georgia out there. And somebody told me that they didn't know that Willie Coochie, Georgia was a city. It's a little town in Mississippi, and it's called Willie Coochie, Georgia. And somebody didn't know that it was a Willie Coochie, Georgia. So they was like, well, Murphy, it ain't no Willie Coochie, Georgia. I'm like, yes, it is. In Willie Coochie, Georgia. And it's probably hotter in Willie Coochie, Georgia, Mississippi, because it's in Mississippi. So if we hot, that means Mississippi is hotter. So today I said, no, I'm going to dress down and put on me a T-shirt and some pants and some nice little stretch pants, and I'm going to let that be the reason, because it's hot. It's hot out there. I'm telling y'all, it's so hot out there. The devil got a whole lawn chair and he chilling with a 40 ounce, just sitting there looking at us, talking about, I got y'all today. It's gonna be like that all week long. All week long, y'all. It's gonna be that hot out here. I think they said we got a 2-week heat wave. I don't know, about 110, something like that. But whatever it is, it's gonna be hot as hell out there. It is hot. I'm still shining. I think my head's shining. Yeah, I'm shining. Because it is that hot out there. And so I want y'all to make sure y'all check on your pets, check on your neighbors, check on if they ain't got no fans, or if they ain't got no air conditioners. Make sure y'all check on your family, check on your friends. I look chunky on this one. Angel, look chunky. I look. It's all right, you good. You ain't got to adjust it, it's good. They know. They know the business over here in America. They know. But and so I just wanted to make sure I reiterate that y'all check on your families, check on your pets. My pets are outside, but they have a shaded area over there, so I go out there about every 2 hours and I get them some water, and I put them some ice in their water bowl, and the dog, they be eating the ice. But I made sure that I go out there every 2 hours, give them some ice water, make sure they bowls are filled, and I give them a snack so that they can be chilled out for the rest of the day. But I do give them cold water every 2 hours and a snack after I feed them, because I feed them in the morning. And so I just want to make sure y'all check on your pets, make sure your pets are okay, because it is hot. Like I just said, it's hot as Willie Coochie, Georgia out there. And you can't be out there that long, because, see, I ain't going to be out there that long because my nose going to start bleeding and all that kind of stuff, because it's hot. I'm telling y'all, it's a heat wave. We got a 2-week heat wave, so y'all be careful out there. Make sure y'all dress appropriately. Put on some sunscreen. Just because you are Afro-American people, African-American people, black people, you don't mean you can't burn. Well, that would be a whole lie. Know why? Because if you look at my head right here, I got a suntan. It ain't because I've been wearing my wigs either, so y'all can X out the wigs. It's because I got burned, and this whole part of my face, all the way around here, was scabbed, because I had burned so bad right around here. If you look at me, you can see the two-tone. So I'm actually lighter than what I am, but I got burned across here. Been in that sun for about 30 minutes, and I started pulling scabs. I'm telling y'all, I can't be out there that long, and I got to have my sunscreen out there. So y'all got to make sure that you dress appropriately. Not just in the winter, you got to dress appropriately in the summertime too, to make sure you don't burn, because I burn. So I just want y'all to know. And when y'all see me up closely, don't be looking at me staring at my forehead because I was burned up. Don't be doing that, because y'all be doing that a lot. Be staring at me like, why I face two tones? Because I got burned. That's why my face two tones. I learned the hard way that just because I was black, I can't be out there without my sunscreen on my face, and on my hands, and on my arms, because I will burn. Angel, did we share the video so they can look at it? Oh, you tagged me. Okay, she tagged me in the video, y'all. So I'm gonna share the video because some of y'all said she don't be tagging. She don't tag nobody in the video. I don't tag nobody. I just go share it. And then I open it up so y'all can see what's going on and what I'm talking about. So now that Angel said she shared it with me, I'm getting ready to, wait, I gotta go over there. This is why you do it. I gotta go over here, y'all. Give me a second. Because I gotta go and share it over there. Because I don't like to go live on my phone when we have a live screen already. So that don't make sense to me. I ain't doing it. But I want y'all to see the show live in full effect. And it should be coming up in a minute. Y'all know, well, I got this new phone. I'm gonna tell y'all something. While I'm waiting on this, I got this new phone. America. I got this new phone, and it's a T-Mobile phone. And y'all was talking about my old phone, and I got this new phone, and this new phone is doing the same thing that the old phone doing, and I only had it a week. And so I am upset with T-Mobile. So I'm going to see T-Mobile tomorrow, because me and T-Mobile going to have a conversation, because they said they 5G network. They said it's going to be super fast, and I'm not going to have no problems, baby. When I tell y'all this stuff is doing the same thing that the old phone is doing, it is doing the same thing that the old phone is doing, and I'm having a hard time getting stuff done. And so me and T-Mobile going to have a conversation in a little bit, because I still don't see what Angel tagged me at, and I just tagged it. I'm telling y'all, I just tagged it, and it still ain't came up, which means something's wrong with this phone. And me and T-Mobile gonna have a conversation. I done switched all the kids' phone. I done switched my phone, all the kids' phone to T-Mobile, because they said it was 5G, and we're gonna have a 5G conversation when I see them, because my phone is still being slow. We're gonna have that conversation, T-Mobile. Yep, this is my time where I get to vent, and I'm venting. And I'm venting real good, because my phone is still jacked up. And I know I just got these phones. Just got these phones. And here I am, jacked up again. So me and T-Mobile gonna have a whole conversation. I can't even get on the page. And I just opened it up to share it, and I can't even get on the doggone page. Can't get on the page, so I have to share it again. T-Mobile, we gonna have a conversation. Come on now, T-Mobile. Come on, T-Mobile, y'all gotta do better than this. But that's what I want to do. I wanted to share that with y'all so y'all could be on the up and up. As the kids say, y'all could be on the up and up with me. I tried to get Drewski picture pulled up on the screen. And at about, what time is it now? It's about 6:15, at about 6:20. I'm gonna go into commercial break, and I'm gonna open up my lines so that you guys could have a conversation with me, because we're gonna talk. And the one thing I didn't do when I first came in, I forgot to say my little slogan, cause he ain't here no more. So just when you thought it was safe, y'all, it certainly is not. You're watching the Towanna Murphy Show, and if you would like to advertise or sponsor the Towanna Murphy Show, all you have to do is call me directly. Everybody know that my number is public, 901-437-2717. That's 901-437-2717. This TV station gets about over 1 million views daily, not just social media. We're talking about on the actual digital outlet. On the digital outlet, on the TV, Comcast 17, they have to go back and edit this show for 17, but we want y'all to know that it is live. We get over 1 million views daily that watches every show on this network. And so I want y'all to tag, share. If y'all got some negative stuff to say to me, I don't care, because I ain't gonna pay no attention anyhow, because I don't care. I done got past that part. You know what? Sometimes when you have been bashed, and I have to say this, y'all, because, you know, when you have been bashed so much, when you've been bashed so much, it don't even bother you no more. Baby, I'm shining. I want y'all to know I'm shining bright like a diamond right now, because my face shining like a mug on this camera. I'm shining bright. As my son would say, I'm shining bright like a diamond. I'm bright. So, but when you have been talked about so much, you don't even care anymore what people say. Well, I don't care anyway. I didn't care in the first place. I didn't care in the first place, but it is what it is. And we just take it as it is, and then we just move it along. We move it along. But some of my pictures wouldn't show. I don't know why it wouldn't show, but my Drewski picture wouldn't show. As y'all know, this weekend, it was the 2026 BET Awards, and it was hosted by Drewski. And I got my notes, so I want to make sure I read my notes. We couldn't get Drewski pictured up there. For some reason, it wouldn't work. But the 2026 BET Awards wrapped up on live Sunday, June 28, 2026 from the Peacock Theater in Los Angeles. Dub culture's biggest night, the 26th annual ceremony was hosted by a first-time comedian Drewski, making his youngest ever host in the show's history. Drewski did an amazing job. I thought he did an amazing job. Now, some people said, well, they didn't like Drewski's tactics, but I mean, he's a comedian. What other tactics do you think he was gonna do? When who was that, Kevin Hart, when he hosted? You know, he did some of the same thing that Drewski did. Some people say they liked it, some people say he didn't, but he made history being the youngest ever black comedian to host the BET Awards. And I wanted to give a good congratulations and a good shout out to Drewski because he did do an amazing job. And of course, I'm old American. I'm American. I'm a little old American. And so I was going in and out, I was sleeping. And I wake up and catch my part. But I want y'all to know that when T.I. came up there, baby, I jumped all the way up. I was dead asleep. I heard T.I. I said, oh, that's my cut right there. I jumped up out the bed with that one bad knee. I got that one bad knee. Baby, I was on that one bad knee like, whoa, there go T.I. Because I love the song. I want y'all to know. I love the song. So I jumped out the bed when I heard T.I. But a lot of other people were paid homage to last night. Tiana Taylor. Tiana Taylor, she did an amazing job. I don't think that one came up well either, but Tiana Taylor was honored, and the Harlem-born icon was the biggest winner in the nights, taking home 4 major trophies. She swept the inaugural Icon of the Year award presented by legendary Janet Jackson. And when I watched that last night, I was almost in tears too, because Tiana has been really working on this for over 20 years. She's been working on getting her achievements, with getting awards and just being noticed and recognized. But sometimes it's not your season. And that's the one thing that we have to remember. You have to wait till your season. Everything is not going to pop off when you think it's going to pop off, because some people think, oh, it's hot. It may be hot to you when you're in the studio. It may be hot to you when it hit, but it may not be hot to everybody else. Sometimes songs don't hit to years down the line. You can make a song in 2025. No, let me take that back. Let me take it back a little bit farther. You can make a song in 2020. And it did not hit in 2020. It didn't hit in 2021. It didn't hit in 2022. Well, it may hit in 2027 and 2028. And then people, the young kids may be, oh, that's my cut. But the song was actually made 6 years, 7 years prior. So sometimes songs don't hit right away when you think the song should hit. It may not hit then. It may not hit till years down the line. And so with Tiana, I said that earlier with Angel. She's like, which one is that? Girl, I'm thinking about Tatiana Ali, but it's Tiana. Tiana, she won Best Actress, Best Video Director of the Year, and newly minted Fashion Vanguard Award, and a newly minted Vanguard Award. So she received 4 major awards last night, and I am super proud of Tiana Taylor because I've watched her grow throughout the years. I've watched all of the movies she's played in. I've listened to her music, and I think one of her biggest roles was when she was on what is that movie? It's coming to me in a minute. Empire. Empire was one of the movies where she was actually highlighted, and you actually knew who Tiana Taylor was. For me, it was one of them. I have been watching some of the movies she's been in, but it was for me when I watched Empire is where I really saw her grow in her natural form. And so I am proud of Tiana. Now when I come back Wednesday, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all some of the outfits, some of the nose, and some of the okays, and some of you should have kept that in your house, because I saw some ugly outfits on the red carpet. So next week, Wednesday, at 6 o'clock, I'm gonna show y'all some pictures of who wore it better. Because, baby, some of these people in them outfits was a mess. So we're going to talk about that. Another person I was honored to, I was excited for, that I cried for this weekend, was Lauryn Hill. Lauryn Hill received the Living Legend Iconic Awards. And when I tell y'all her daughter came out there and sung, I saw Queen Latifah. I saw so many icons that actually played homage to Lauryn Hill. And Lauryn Hill didn't know her friend, her friend, you know what, I don't know why I can't remember her name, but her friend that was in the Sister Act, one was there, and she opened the show. And Lauryn Hill didn't even notice who she was until she actually like looked up and was like, so she was like shocked that she saw her. And so just to give her the Living Legend Iconic Awards, that says a lot because she is a living legend. We all go through our struggles. These are our famous people. These are icons, and they go through stuff. The fame, the likes, the fortune, they go through so much stuff, and we criticize them for what they go through. But I think that at some point, you still get to that. They got to grow. They got to go through some stuff, and then they come out of it. And then when they come out of it, bam, they receive their biggest achievement. And this was one of the biggest achievements for Lauryn Hill, that she received the Living Legend Iconic Award. So I am excited about her receiving that one. Then there's my girl, Cardi B. My girl, Cardi B. Did you get Cardi B's? Did that come up? Oh, there she is, right there. Show it. There she is. Cardi B wins Best Female Hip Hop Artist of 2026 at the BET Award. She led the night with 6 nominations, but she came out on top when she won the Best Female Hip Hop Artist of the Year in 2026. I like Cardi B. I like Cardi B when she first came out. In fact, the first song that I fell in love with when she came out with song is I Don't Dance That, I Make Money Moves. I ain't gotta dance, I make money moves. If I see you and I don't speak, that means I don't truck with you. I'm a boss, you a worker. I make money moves. So that was my first thing. She wear red bottoms. These are bloody shoes. That's when I first started liking Cardi B, is when she came out with that one, because I didn't know who Cardi B was, and I heard the song on the radio as I was driving to work, and I was like, wait a minute, I like that song. And then they was telling me who the Kodak Black. I was like, okay, that's Cardi. Okay, I ain't never heard who she was, so I went back and researched Cardi, and I started listening to Kodak Black. It's Kodak Yellow. Kodak Yellow. I think it's Kodak Yellow. Yellow. That's what it is. Kodak Yellow. Kodak Black. Kodak. Bodak. Is it Bodak? Kodak. Bodak. Bodak. See, told y'all. Bodak. And I'm messing it up too. But Angel Young, see, them the young Thundercats. They know all the stuff. So when I'm back here messing it up, they be like, wrong word. When I'm back here messing it up, baby, they the wrong word. Bodak Yellow. That's what it was. I thought it was Kodak. I'm telling y'all. You know I'm old. Anytime you say you Kodak. Anytime you say it's Kodak Yellow, Bodak Yellow. And so that's when I started liking Cardi B, and I am so honored to see our Black women be honored in such an amazing way. It is not always a bashing moment, but of course, you know, we are people, they gonna bash anyway. Sometimes jealousy is. It's just jealousy, and people just do what they wanna do. They wanna bash people for no reason, because they ain't got nothing else better to do but to bash people. But I wanna do, and I didn't put this picture up there, but I wanna give a big shout out to Memphis' own Glorilla. Y'all, she is the face of Reese Pieces peanut butter cup cereal. Cereal, baby. She had that orange on. Baby, I'm so proud of Glorilla. And I'm going to go get the cereal, even though I don't eat the cereal. I'm going to go get the cereal just because she is the face of Reese's Pieces peanut butter cup cereal. I'm going to go get the cereal because she is on the face of the color, y'all, and she's stunning like wood. She's stunning like her daddy. She's stunning on that joint. I was so proud of her when I saw that. Y'all, this is Memphis on. I don't care what you say about her. But the girl is doing her thug thizzle. As they would say, she's doing her thug thizzle. And I'm going to put the picture up there on Wednesday because I'm so proud of y'all. I saw all that orange. I saw all that orange and brown. And I said, what's wrong with we old. I'm old. And so I go back at it. And sometimes I don't go all the way through my news feeds. But when I do go through my news feeds, something catches my eye every now and then. And I was going through my news feeds and I said, what? I said, what? Why Glorilla got all this orange and brown on? I didn't see the Reese's peanut butter cup. I just seen the orange and brown. So I said, let me go back and look at her page and see why she got on all this orange and brown and why she's stunting like this. So I go back to Glorilla and say, Cardi, I go back to Glorilla's page. So I said, let me go look, because I follow her and we're friends on Facebook. So I said, let me go back and follow and see what's going on with this orange. So I go and I look at the orange, y'all, and I go look at Glorilla page. I said, well, look at the Lord. I said, this girl is on the face of Reese's Peanut Butter Cup cereal. I said, well, look at Glorilla go. Yo, I'm proud of our black sisters making history. Y'all need to be proud of it. I am proud of them and the accomplishments that they are doing right now, y'all. That speaks volumes for me, because and no matter how old you get, that's the one thing people say, I'm too old to be doing anything. I'm too old for me. It's not my time right now. I'm too old. Guess what? It is never too late to achieve anything that you want to achieve. Who was that said that, what is that girl name? She played on the Tyler Perry movies. She started, her career picked up at 51 years old. What's her name? What's the girl name? It's on the tip of my tongue. When I remember it, I'm gonna come back and tell you. But I know her name, Taraji, her career picked up at 51 years old. She had been at it for years. And she finally got discovered at 51 years old. And she'll tell you right now, it is never too old to achieve your dreams. Because some of us look older than other people. Wrong number, y'all. I ain't even picked up the line. This ain't even the phone. And I forgot to turn it off. Don't tell nobody else. But I ain't tell her. But she was 51 years old when she achieved her dream. So it's never too late. Somebody can discover you. And then guess what? Some of us in our 50s, some of us in our 50s look better than some of y'all in y'all 20s. I'm just gonna be real. And I'm just gonna tell the truth. My knees work better than some of y'all. Well, I ain't gonna say that, because I got this one bad knee, and we don't talk about that because I get into my feelings, my emotions. I mess it up. But some of y'all younger than us look older than us. So they say the 50s is the new 30s, and the 30s is the new 60s. Because, baby, some of y'all look old. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. Y'all have had a hard life. Some of y'all have had a hard life. I was in the store the other day, and the lady in front of me, I thought, I be trying to mind my business, but it don't happen too often that I mind my own business, but I be trying. And so I'm standing in back of this girl, and the man asks her birthday, and I look at the girl. She said, I was born, I think April something, 1982. I said, 82? I thought for sure she was like 56, 57 years old. She just 42, 43. I said, baby, she looked like she about 65, and she walking like she's 65. The girl hurt, her knees hurt, her back hurt. I think she got cataracts because she was trying to get some them little roll-up things from the stove for a weed. So I think her eyes, she got cataract, but she may not have cataracts. I think she just a weed head. But that ain't the point. That ain't the point. The point is that it's according to how you live your life. If you had a rough life, you're going to look rough. By the time you get to my age, you're going to look rough. I'm just going to be honest with you. You're going to look rough by the time you get to y'all going to look old, roof, like a dog. Well, no, not like a dog. Maybe I should have rephrased that one. Okay, now I'm not like a dog. But I think about my phrase later. Because sometimes I just be saying something, just pop up, bam, there it is. It pop up. But I want y'all to know that. I want y'all to know that, it's all about how you take care of yourself. You got to take care of yourself no matter what you do. You got to take care of yourself. Y'all see my sunburn? Look at that, y'all. Look, y'all see my original color? I wanted to show y'all that too. Look at that. Y'all see how much I got burned? This is my original color up here. I'm just as bright as I want to be, but look, I got burned. See my arm? Burnt up. Y'all, I'm telling y'all got to stay out that sun, put the sunscreen on. I had to go buy me some black folk sunscreen. Black folk sunscreen, yep, because black folk sunscreen, because I needed it. I'm telling y'all I need the black folk sunscreen. And more news, y'all, my boy Ja Morant is gone. He gone. Ja Morant done left us. Ja Morant, y'all, done left us. Y'all, I told y'all about my baby daddy. His name was Randolph. He done ran off and left us. Oh, Jar done left me, y'all. He done ran off and left us. I can't see that right, boy. I got to figure out. I know where he went to. Let me get my phone. Because I got my notes. But Ja Morant has been traded from the Memphis Grizzlies. Y'all, my heart hurt because I love, even though I fussed at him about some stuff he did some years ago. But I was a big fan of Ja Morant's. And Ja Morant's have been traded to the Portland Trailblazers. That's where he going. Portland Trailblazers, that's what he was traded to. I think he prone. He keep getting injured. And it's not because he wasn't a good player, because he's an amazing player. He just keep getting injured. And it could be other things, you know, some of the trouble that he's gotten into, and he can't seem to stop well, I ain't gonna say that because I can't seem to stop getting in trouble with my doggone self. So I so I probably should try to rephrase what I just said about Ja Morant. Because, baby, he can't seem to stop getting in trouble. I think we twins on that one because I can't seem to stop getting in trouble my damn self. But not just the mere fact that he stays in trouble, it's the mere fact that he is injury prone. He's just prone to be injured. They just be knocking him out. I mean, he just be getting injured a whole lot. And he's no use to us anymore. I'm going to say it that way. He's probably no use to the Grizzlies. I don't know how they did it. I don't know if they based it off his behavior. I don't know if they based it off that he has so many injuries that he's not no use to us anymore and they want another young player that's injury-free. But I don't know. But I know that he's leaving us and he's going to Portland Trail Blazers. Ja Morant will be missed. He was an amazing player. I mean, I loved him. I can't say nothing about y'all, even though he injured and he got his attitude problems, but I got my attitude problems too. So what it is, what it is. I got my attitude problem. It is what it is. Cause I got an attitude, and if you make me say the wrong thing, you probably could get it. If you say the wrong thing, you probably can get it. I don't mind giving y'all these business or giving y'all these problems because it is what it is. Y'all know how I get down in Memphis. You know how I get down in Memphis. Everybody know how I've been down in Memphis. Everybody. Somebody texting me now saying they don't know how to download. They don't know how to download the app. I'm telling y'all again how to download the app. Just go to your app store, go to your Play Store, download it, and just get it. I'm sending it over to them now so they can learn how to download it. They said, we don't know how to download it. So I'm sending it over. So y'all, and I'm going to send it to a few other people that just text me and said, we don't know how to get on. Well, I'm going to tell y'all how to get on. It is what it is. I'm going to tell you how to get on, and we're gonna run it. Okay, I just sent it over to her because she said she didn't know how to get on. So let me send it over to somebody else that said that they didn't want to get on. So I'm going to show y'all. Y'all get on, download the app, go to your Play Store. Once you go to your Play Store, it is right there. Your Play Store, and there it is. So I'm getting ready to go to commercial break. And when I come back from commercial break, y'all know we were discussing on my Facebook page the other day, putting a rent freeze on these landlords' properties, because we know, everybody knows that these landlords are going above and beyond. They are overcharging their renters. Some of the landlords are charging $1,300 for a 2-bedroom. I know one young lady told me she was charged $1,500 for a 2-bedroom, and that's too much money. They are overcharged, y'all. They are price gouging. They're price gouging. And so we're going to talk about price gouging. We're going to talk about this tax hike. I don't know why I wouldn't say that. This tax hike that our county commissioners are getting ready to approve. In fact, they should be approving it tonight, this tax hike. And so we'll discuss the tax hike and more. I'll be right back right after this. You're watching the Towanna Murphy Show on SVP TV, Comcast, 17 and audio digital outlets. We'll be right back right after this.
Can you actually imagine hosting your next event at the all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center? Yes! spacious, beautiful venue with plenty of parking, located in the heart of East Memphis. Let us host your next intimate birthday gathering, family repast, bachelorette party, wedding and reception, baby shower, corporate meeting, social club event. Call us today. Don't wait. 901-244-6874. The all-new SVP Banquet and Event Center.
Towanna Murphy Show. That's what's up.
That's what's up. Towanna Murphy Show. That's what's up. Towanna Murphy Show.
That's what's up. The Towanna Murphy Show.
In the last 4 years, you've seen the true colors of everybody that didn't like us. So I'm not going to say names right now. But only thing I'm going to say is, you better hope your ass don't get in trouble. And you need Murphy to get you out of it.
That's what's up. The Towanna Murphy Show. When you got to tune in, both the real and your host. What's going on, man? She knows the most. Memphis and Mid-South, tune in, cause the diva is on.
Just when you thought it was safe, it certainly is not.
That's what's up. The Towanna Murphy Show.
We are back. You'll watch the Towanna Murphy Show right here on SVP TV, Comcast 17, and all of your digital outlets. And if you don't know how to get there, she's talking. I ain't got her started, babe. I ain't got her started. Ma'am, I ain't brought you in yet, ma'am. Ma'am, I ain't brought you in yet, ma'am. Okay, I'm going to ask you a question in a few seconds, but I want to let the people know what's really going on. So the Shelby County Commissioners functions. I wanted to go back. Let me go back. No. I don't want to even go back there. I want to go to the tax hike. Hold on. I want to go to the tax hike so that I can read it. What the county commissioners are doing right now and what they got before us, because they should be making a decision tonight. And so I want to make sure that I don't want that. Okay, now it's coming up. I want to make sure. I just had it, but I kind of lost it when I was on there. So the proposed property tax hike in Memphis is currently localized to the Shelby County government as the city of Memphis passes a nearly $900 million budget with no property tax increase. That's what they said. That was, I think, back in 2025 or something like that. But now they're going back to do a property tax hike. So let me go make sure I got that right, because I had it and I lost it for 2027, for 2026, sorry. And so I saw the article early today that they will be making a decision. But this year, property tax hike in Memphis is entirely driven by the Shelby County government. And the city of Memphis passed its budget with no property taxes to increase it now. The Shelby County Board of Commissioners is holding a final vote on a proposed county property tax rate of $2.71 per $100 of the assessed value. This rate is 2 cents higher than the current county baseline of $2.69 and 5 cents higher than the state's ordered recapture rate of $2.66. She'll call back. But I wanted to make sure I specify that the county commissioner tax hikes proposed, the county commissioner chairman, Michael Whaley, introduced a $2.71 rate to generate an extra $6.6 million annually. Now, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but because I just wanted y'all to know that people are frustrated as it is because their property taxes keep going up. And I think I asked a question the other day on Facebook about tax increase. I think that we need to put a cap, a freeze on a tax increase, because I listened to homeowners complain. Some of the homeowners' property taxes went up to $1,400 when they was just $900, and now they're paying $1,400. Some are paying $1,600. Some are paying $1,800. The number is on the screen: 901-648-2377. 901-648-2377. And so people are complaining now that their property taxes has gone too high, and now they're asking for another 2% raise. They're already struggling. You have to remember, some of these homeowners got homes based on their income. And now y'all taking the property tax up higher. Some of these are single parents that struggling already, and now y'all done make it hard about taking their property taxes up. Some paying $400, $500 more than what they were paying at first. And I'm saying it because my niece and I had a conversation the other day. And in that conversation, she said, my mortgage was $900. And now her mortgage have went up $400 more. She's a single parent. They based her home 5 years ago off of her income and off of her credit, of course. You know, they got, Angel know all about that stuff. I don't know. I just want to get out. I don't know about that stuff, but she know all the ins and outs. But I don't. But I know that she said that her mortgage went up $400 more. And then I got more complaints that some people saying their mortgage went up to $500, $700. And so it's been an issue in the city, and they need to put a cap. They need to cap it. Cap it. And if they cap it, then we're okay. I need them to cap it so that they won't continue to increase the taxes on single black mothers, single minority mothers that really can't afford it. And so some of the people were saying they may have to refinance their homes because they can't afford it. They cannot afford it. And then as I read here the article, because I want y'all to know that I'm reading from the article, so y'all say, because y'all know y'all can make up a lie on me real quick. So we're going to end this real quick because I don't want y'all to make up no lie on me, because y'all know y'all good at that. But it's saying the city of Memphis, no tax hike in the Memphis City Shelby County Council passed its $898 million budget with no property tax increase. Supported by Mayor Paul Young, the city plan managed to absorb revenue challenges while still providing a 2% salary bump for all of the city workers. They still managed to bump that up. They still managed to do that. But it's still hard for people to live. It is still, even for single parents that get food stamps, and you know, their food stamps are calculated based off of what they make. But if their rent went up, then I don't think they should mess with their food stamps at all. That's just me talking. That's just me. We have to make it affordable for our people to live. Anybody, whether you black, white, Asian, I don't care. You gotta make it affordable for them to live, because if you keep taking that tax hike up, and if you keep doing it, they're gonna be homeless. They're not gonna be able to afford the homes. Then you make it harder for you make it harder for the real estate agents to help find homes for single parents, even though they got the first time home buyer grant that they'll pay the down payment, they'll pay the closing costs and all of that, all those expenses, but it still makes it harder for them to help single parents, single minority women find homes, because everything is so expensive. And then as soon as they get it, it's another 2% hike. It's another 3% hike. How are they supposed to live? To the callers that was calling in, I couldn't answer you right now. I had 3 calls coming in back to back, but you can call me back at 901-648-2377, 901-648-2377. You can call me back, because this is a serious issue that we have in there. And I think Tamarcus Porter had told me the other day when I posted it, and he was like, you know, New York had just did it. They had just put a cap on the renters budget, because you don't want to live in New York, because baby, the lady told me on my Facebook page, and I think she's from New York or Maryland, she said a studio apartment is $1,500. Just a studio apartment in New York is $1,500. So we having a problem here with $1,300 for a 2-bedroom, $1,400 for a 2-bedroom, but a studio apartment is $1,500 in New York and in Maryland. A 2-bedroom apartment is $2,500 in New York and Maryland. So other places are higher than us, but that still doesn't make it right, because the cost of living is higher out there in the north than it is in the south. But now the south is catching up to the north. You're making it harder for people to live when you keep taking a tax hike up. So what they gonna do next year? Come with another tax hike and then take it up 2% more? We gotta make it affordable for our people to live. They already ain't getting enough money, and some of these people on welfare. I said something, and I'm gonna get back on that subject of the tax hike, but I said something about welfare a while back. And when we were talking about welfare, the welfare checks that they get here is $187. Who can live off $187? What is $187 going to do for any family that got a family of 1 to 5 to 10 to 9? The lady told me she got 4 kids and she on welfare. She get food stamps. And the cash money they give her is $187. You know what they basing it off of? If she get HUD housing, that's HUD house money. That's for the people that want trying to get HUD housing. What about the people that can't get HUD housing? What about those people that cannot get HUD housing? If those people cannot get HUD housing, then they still can't make it. They can't pay their rent. They can't pay light and gas. Now in the North, I proposed this a while back. They didn't pay me no attention. But in the North, welfare is $900 a month. $900 a month, welfare. In Milwaukee, I think in Chicago it's a little bit higher. I think it's like $1,100, $1,200. Don't quote me now, I'm not sure. But I know that in Milwaukee it's about $990 per family. Whether you got 2 kids, whether you got 5 kids, 10 kids, it's still $990. But $990 is enough to at least pay your rent and pay your electric bill and a phone bill if you own Cricket. Cricket bill $40. But it's enough to at least pay your rent, your light bill, because in the North, because I'm from the North, so I can tell y'all what I know from the North. In the North, you can get on a budget plan. You don't have to be elderly. You can get on a budget plan where you have a set amount that you pay every month. It don't matter how high your rent gets. It don't matter how high your light bill gets. You still stuck at the same amount. If they give you $175 a month for your electric bill and you pay that on time, then that's what it is. But when you miss that payment, then you got to pay the full payment in full. But, there's a but. But you still get the opportunity to go get help with energy assistance, and they'll pay your whole bill off. And then you start over. So I'm gonna tell y'all what I used to do, because I will tell y'all what I used to do. I will tell y'all a story. What I used to do in Milwaukee. And I think some people still do it in Milwaukee. When I was in Milwaukee, October 1st, they cannot turn your lights off. October, November, December, January, February, March. But April 15th, they're gonna cut you like a thief in the night. So people took advantage of the mere fact, and I did. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie, I did. I took advantage of the mere fact that I knew that on October 1st, I ain't had to pay no light bill, because they weren't gonna turn me off until April 15th. So y'all wanna know what I did? I didn't pay no light bill in Milwaukee till April 1st. April 3rd, I was sitting down there at the electric company trying to get back on the payment plan. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I was back down there getting on the payment plan. I get on the payment plan April 3rd, and I stay on that payment plan all the way till October 1st. October 1st, that was free Christmas money for me. Christmas money, New Year's money, shopping money. I had extra money. October through April 1st, I had shopping money. Because in the North, they cannot turn you off at all. Now here in Memphis, they're gonna turn you off. Unless it's a snowstorm or we drop below 20 degrees, they're gonna turn you off. You getting turned off. Yes, you is. They may halt it for a few days, but you getting turned off if you ain't on no budget plan. To my callers that was buzzing in before I came back from break, and one of them just cut off. 901-648-2377. 901-648-2377. I open my line so y'all can ask questions. Y'all ask me a whole lot of questions on Facebook. In fact, I'm going to read some of the answers that some of y'all said on Facebook since I got a few more minutes. I'm going to read some of the answers that you guys gave me when I asked that question online. Let me go here. Let me look. Online. Because I ain't got to open my lines, y'all. Y'all already know I can talk. I ain't got to open nothing. I can have a whole conversation, and it is good. And y'all gonna come back and tell me what I said, because y'all always do. Girl, I watched the show, and you had a good show, and I'm gonna tell you what you said. They tell me what I said. So I'm gonna go back to this post. How many minutes I got, Angel? 15. I got 15 minutes. 15 minutes to ask a question. So the question I asked on Facebook was, Memphis needs a rent freeze guidelines. These landlords are charging $1,300 or more for a two bedrooms. I just stopped it at 2 bedrooms. Now, Mr. Turner, who's from Chicago, he says it's more than that in Chicago. So a 2 bedroom in Chicago is way more than $1,300. We already know that. That's a no-brainer. Ms. Martha Stevens said this is ridiculous. She stays here in Memphis. Rosie McBee says exactly, this is really crazy. Then some of them don't want to fix nothing. She's saying some landlords don't want to fix nothing. That goes back to tell y'all about my landlord who didn't want to fix the wires in the bathroom. That's how I end up with a fire. We'll talk about that on another day. I'll tell y'all about that another day. Miss Luciana Burton, she said it's more up north. She lives in, where she live at? She lives up in Green Bay, Wisconsin. And Michelle says $1,300. My daughter pays $1,900. That's more than her mortgage, is what Miss Michelle said. Now I'm reading. Let me put my glasses on. I can't see. Put my glasses on because I can't see. All right. I'm good now. Okay, let me read. O'Brien said that's why the city council has to vote on a no raising property taxes because it's too high. This is what O'Brien said. Monica Keeler said $1,300 is actually the low end. I paid $1,300 for a 2 bedroom in 2018. I purchased a house the very next year to remedy that situation. Home ownership is only the remedy. It is the only remedy to just own your own home, she said. Home ownership is the only remedy, she said. So, and it is. Angel is a real estate agent. She knows, she can tell y'all need help. Angel can help y'all. She a real estate agent. Rachel Spriggs says we need more homeowners. And I agree with that. Because I'm getting ready to buy my first house this year. This year. They were saying the house I'm in, they're gonna switch it over to lease purchase in 6 months, because y'all know I just moved there. So they said they'll switch it over to lease purchase in 6 months. But I'm still gonna have to go to a real estate agent to walk me through the process so that I can get everything paid up front. So I'm still gonna have to get a real estate agent, even though they give me lease purchase in 6 months. It'll be my home. I still got to get a real estate agent to walk me through that whole thing, get another inspector to come out, all that kind of crazy stuff. So we need to focus on home ownership for us. Ms. Wendy Dorsey said that's cheap when studios are $1,500 in Maryland. And I just told y'all that it was $1,500 in Maryland. These are some of the comments that I got off of social media. So I'm reading some of those. Ms. Passion said, it's like that here. People can't afford it. Everybody ain't rich. She lives in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Miss Jackie said $1,700 is for her 2 bedroom apartment. Shamika said she pays $1,800 for her studio apartment. Jerome said property prices are triple, so the rent has to make sense to the landlord because of property taxes. The more they hike it, the more the landlords take it up. But I think that you still need to put a cap on it. I still think that it should be a cap. Cody said, don't come by Carolina, because baby, it's way high in Carolina. He said, Cody said, we done. Don't come by Carolina. They talking about moving down closer this way where it's a little bit cheaper. But Cody said, it's way more in Carolina. They said they want a rent break. Some of the people that's from Memphis said that we need a rent break, because that's what I asked, if we can get a rent break. Daddy said, what you said, this is ridiculous, especially in the north and Memphis, especially in North Memphis. Let me go back and read that. He said, especially in North Memphis, That's what Danny said. But wait a minute, Danny, I thought that North Memphis, I thought that North Memphis was cheaper than South Memphis, to be honest, because I saw some properties over there that was way cheaper. Angel, ain't North Memphis cheaper than South Memphis? Because he said North Memphis, Danny said North Memphis is a little bit higher than what they normally run.
They've been doing a whole lot of, I don't want to say gentrifying, but they've been building it up out there, so making the property value
Value go up. Okay, I got it. Darlene said the prices are ridiculous. She said they is just ridiculous. Tamarcus, that's when Tamarcus told me it had just happened in North Carolina. Michelle said, I was renting a 3-bedroom apartment for $1,400. In fact, she said $1,475 before she moved to Memphis. And that was in 2006. I can only imagine how much it is now. So she didn't say exactly what hers is now. But I'm just reading some of the comments that they were stating on Facebook. Right now, everybody has agreed with me with the price hike, the jacking of the tax hike. And of course, it's gonna go up more than that. We already know that. So they're deciding on that today, whether they want to jack up the prices or not. And so that's what we're working on. It has been a rough one. And it's probably gonna get even worse before we get to where we are. I'm not gonna read anymore because there's a lot of them on here. And so it is what it is. It's gonna go up and up and up, and we're gonna continue to go up. We're going to continue to go up because the more they hike up the tax rate, the more the landlord is going to hike it up. And so at some point, we need to talk to Mayor Paul Young about putting a cap on the rent guidelines. It's got to be a cap on there. We put a cap on there, then we can stop that. And then so many people won't be in poverty because that's one of the issues. And a lot of people are leaving Memphis. I think Paul Young said that on the news the other day. A lot of people leaving Memphis. Yeah, they leaving Memphis. They leaving Memphis. Look what we doing. Look what's going on in the city. Look at all this foolishness that's been taking place. Of course, they are going to leave Memphis and go another place where they can be treated better than what we giving them. We got to do a little bit better, y'all. We got to figure out how to keep the city growing. And we can't keep the city growing with the foolishness that we're dealing with right now. We cannot keep the city growing. We cannot do that. Carla, you on the air?
I just want to say, or can you make this make sense? How are they trying to take a tax increase rate up, right? But you ain't doing no more minimum wages. Make that make sense. Is minimum wages still $7.25?
I think so. I think so. Wait a minute, you know what? You asked a good question. Is minimum wage still $7.25? I don't think so. I thought it was $15.
Yes, ma'am. Make that make sense.
Now that's what you got to make sense. Even with minimum wage being $15, they still can't make it off of that $15. Oh, Angel said yes it is. Angel said it is. It's still $7.25. How the hell people gonna live off of $7.25 an hour?
My rent just went up.
Yeah, your rent just went up.
Yes, ma'am.
13. 13. Now, do you have a 2 or 3 bedroom?
Yeah, a 2-bedroom.
And it went up. Okay. And your rent went up to $1,300.
Yes, ma'am.
Man.
For the last 5 years, it is gradually increasing. So I just want to know, if I make $7.25, I can't give me some side hustles.
Baby, we got to get some side hustles. They got to get some $7.25, and that's one of the things that you're raising. My thing is though, they're raising tax. They want to raise it 2 more percent. If you're going to raise it 2% more, and minimum wage is still $7.25, that's why we got crime and violence in the city. These people can't make it.
Well, I hope the city official listen to this and and listen to the people, because they don't got to keep affording the rent going up, and you ain't giving us no more money.
And they want us to work. The problem is this. They want us to work. They want us to be a working class city. And we are a working class city for the most part. But we have a lot of people that can't get jobs. And then when they do get a job, it's $7.25 an hour for minimum wage. They can't do nothing with $7.25 unless they on HUD.
And I want to say another point, and I know you got to go.
You all right?
Okay, if they gave the city and county employees a raise, guess what? And taking a property tax up, they ain't doing no getting it right back.
Yep, they giving it right back. They gonna give them a raise and then get their money right back. Get their money right back. All right. Okay, thank you so much for calling. All right. Caller, you on the air? Caller, you on the air? Caller? Hey, what's going on?
Hey, I was calling in and listening. Is this a number I supposed to call, or you got a link?
No, you got to call. You can call in. Go ahead.
I'm just listening. That's it. I'm just listening in, T. Murphy.
Oh, okay. Because we talking about this tax hike. I did not know that minimum wage was still $7.25. I didn't know that. I really didn't until Angel just told me. I said $7.25. How people supposed to live off of that? They can't. I thought they raised minimum wage to $15 is what I thought. But the last caller said it was still $7.25. So I asked Angel, because she over there by the computer, she can just type it in. And she said, yeah, it's still $7.25. How people supposed to live off of $7.25? That's my whole thing. And you're still doing another tax hike. How they supposed to live? How they supposed to live? This is why they robbing people. This is why they stealing people's cars. This is why they doing they can't live off of $7.25.
No, they cannot.
This is hard. Yeah, this hard for folk to live. I did not know that. I did not know that. And then they got the nerve to try, and the families trying to get food stamps, and they gonna tell them they got to go by their income. What income?
And they deny them too.
They deny them.
Back to back.
They deny them, and then the burden is left on everybody else, because now we all carry the load. And I don't mind carrying the load. I don't mind helping. I don't mind feeding homeless children. I don't mind feeding homeless families, because I do it all the time. I don't mind doing it, but they need to help us out and give them some more money. They welfare system, only $187 a month. What the $187 a month gonna do when they got $1,300 rent, $1,300 light bill, and then they still got to pay their cell phone bills. They got to pay all this other extra stuff. They got to make sure their kids are okay. How are they gonna live off of $7.25?
They're not gonna be able to. Something else gonna have to get into play.
Something got to give.
Yep, there's something got to give. You're so right about that.
Something got to give.
Everything.
Yeah. That's why these people can't live. And that's why Memphis is not striving. We should be striving just like Nashville. We should be striving just like Atlanta. Come on, we the blues city. We the blues capital. And Nashville taking it all away from them. They just sucking up what we ain't sucking up.
Pretty much.
They taking everything from us because we not doing our jobs. As elected officials, as city officials, whatever it is. We're not doing our job. And Nashville said, hey, Memphis weak. Let me go and take this over here. So now they got a blues thing at 3 minutes. Okay. They got a blues thing. 1 minute. Okay. They got a blues thing going on down there. So they sucking everything from us and taking it over to Nashville because we're not doing our jobs. We got to do our jobs. We got to do our jobs. Thank you, caller, for calling. But we got to do our jobs here as elected officials. I'm not just an elected official. I am a talk show host. We got to do our jobs. We got to figure out what we need. No, we got to figure out what we need to do. They just need to make minimum wage more than $7. If it's still at $7. I heard the other day that they was trying to make it at $25. Now, if they make it at $25, then I'm okay with that. Y'all, I got to get out of here, but I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you to the callers. They start calling back in at the end of the show, but thank y'all so much for calling. If you would like to advertise or sponsor the Towanna Murphy Show, I can't answer no more phone calls. If you would like to sponsor or advertise with me, you can call me at 901-437-2717. That's 901-437-2717. If you would like to advertise or sponsor the Towanna Murphy Show right here on SVP TV, Comcast 17, and you can get us on all of your digital outlets. All you have to do is go to your Play Store and download SVP TV, and you can get this show live every single day. Thank y'all for watching. Good night and better tomorrows.
Towanna Murphy Show. That's what's up.
That's what's up.